Illinois football coach Bret Bielema is heading into his 5th year leading the Orange and Blue, and he's committed to putting in the work to get to a Big Ten championship. I sat down with the head coach to discuss how he's made Champaign home, what it's like being a girl dad, and what his recent contract extension means for the future of the Illini.
The partnership I have with Josh as an AD is probably what makes this job very special. And when he approached me about what he wanted to do and how he wanted to do it, I thought that made a lot of sense to me. I think in this world that we're in now with so much turnover with the portal, the NIL / revenue sharing, there's a lot of insecurity in the world. And I think now to, get a partnership that now we know lasts a number of years and gives everybody in the building a chance of kind of a little calmness, I think that's a good thing in today's world.
You ruffled a few feathers last year at the bowl game, Cheez-Its Bowl, right? And I know that was a big thing in social media, and you're vocal on social media yourself before and after that. To me, it comes off like it's just your genuine belief in these guys. What is it for you?
Yeah, it wasn't anything that was planned or choreographed. It was just something that came from my heart. And I'd listened to our players quite a bit, right? And the one thing that I heard from them was, that they just, they know that I was being real. There wasn't anything false to that moment, and they had my back 100 times over. And I always say this, like my pops always used to say, man, if you don't stand up for yourself, nobody else will, right? And I may say things at times that maybe ruffle a few feathers, not only on game day, but in the world around us. I just believe that, in my 55 years on this earth, in my 17th year as a head coach, that sometimes now people need to have a voice, right? People need to speak out. When I was a young coach, I remember some older coaches coming to me, Lloyd Carr, Jim Tressel, talking about, at that point in my career, I was a rookie, won 12 games, and they said to me, they grabbed me at a Big Ten luncheon and said, hey, Barry Alvarez speaks highly of you. Coach was a very, very accomplished coach at the time, and they said, you're going to have to be a voice for this sport and for our conference in the future. Make sure you're prepared for it, and that's what I've tried to do.
You double your win total from 2023, 10-win season last year, taking that next leap when it comes to maybe a Big Ten championship or college football playoff. What does that look like?
Well, I think, what we have to do is maintain our focus to one game at a time. I appreciate it. I love the fact that we did double our wins, but I think that was built upon the premise that, there was no tackle, no touchdown, no turnover that happened the year before that carried forward. And the same thing for our guys now. They know that to create a special 2025 season, they got to do things all over again and only better. So I think there's a lot of guys that have bought into that, and hopefully that'll be able to show in the fall.
This community seems to love you, and you're raising your 2 daughters here. How have you adjusted to Champaign and made this your home?
It's been a gradual process, but it's just really getting ingrained. Literally tonight has a dance recital, so I'll be in a theater watching my girls dance. But I've got to know dance dads and just embrace that life. It's fun for me because we sit in this room. This is where I meet with all my players. Right, we have a lot of team meetings in here and a lot of growth. But some of my greatest moments now are when my players grab my daughters after a game and hold them, or they cheer them, or they ask me how a player's doing. Right, that's truly when my personal life crosses into my professional life, and it's never really had that balance before, so it's really a cool time. We took a week-long Disney cruise during spring break, and my wife told me that one of those nights was going to be pirate night, and my wife usually takes care of a lot of my clothes orders and gets me things. I said, hey, I got this one. So I had a pirate outfit delivered to the house, and I told them nobody can open that box. That's my box. And I broke it out on the cruise, and to see my wife's reactions and to see my daughter's reactions, and I was a dad for a night that was pretty awesome, and those moments mean a lot to me.
You have your Illini night coming up at Wrigley Field on the 17th, and I heard you're really excited to sing the stretch. Why do you love it so much?
This will be, I believe, my 5th singing of the stretch. I actually sang it the first time when I was a head coach at Wisconsin, and then when I came here and realized they were always going to have an Illini night in Wrigley is something that's really continued to build, and my goal is someday to maybe get a little duet with one of my daughters. I think that'd be a really cool thing. But as of right now, I'm still singing solo. And 2 years ago when I came back, I was putting my youngest Brexley down to bed, and she said, "Dad, 1, 2, 3," and I'm like, and she started singing the 7th inning stretch. So kind of a cool moment as a dad. It was at 9:30 at night. I wasn't really expecting it, but it was pretty cool. One of those moments.
Well, Coach Bielema, thank you for the time. Good luck this season.
Thank you
we
very much.
appreciate it.
I will.